Good day, Principal Goldblum. My name is Sarah. I'm a fourth-year student at Bishop's, and today I am here to speak with you regarding Bishop's University's current promise by its marketing team to be Canada's best residential, primarily undergraduate liberal education. I think you and I can agree that our small school holds many unique qualities over other institutions. However, I would like to discuss certain aspects of our school that cause us to fall short of that promise and ways we could improve. I find that a common problem within universities is the gap between student and administrative perspectives. Look at the way that McGill students started a strike this past winter regarding COVID-19 procedures and how the administrative wishes and the student wishes were not aligned with one another. A school that listens to its students is more important than ever, and it is the students' responsibility to come forward and help fill those gaps and for you to listen to what we say to better understand one another. I am just one student at Bishop's University. My experience cannot be replicated or spoken for, and that is why I'm here today, asking that you listen to what I may say. Over the course of my speech, I aim to discuss with you instances where I found inconsistencies with this institution that did not meet my expectations of being the best. In order to attend to the school's weaknesses, we need to look at its faults. I recognize that this is an institution that is interconnected between different faculty and offices, and different instances may lay blame on spaces that operate outside of your supervision. However, I am not here to only lay blame on your doorstep and ask you to fix it. By the end of my speech, I hope that you may listen to what I offer as ideas for taking steps to help fix Bishop's University's faults. I love my school. Everything I call out is because I want to make it better for the Bishop students who come after myself. This notion is what Bishop's University is built on. I saw it when we planted tree saplings in the spring next to the marsh where you could see trees from a planting initiative 28 years prior. I saw it when you promised that the university would match every dollar donated to Ukraine to support refugees coming to our school, and I saw it when students marched together at the Take Back the Night rally. We are a school full of hope and ready for change. The only thing left to do is identify how and what we need to do to change. As a student ambassador at Bishop's University, I am a representative of this institution. I give tours to prospective CEGEP or high school students, leading them around campus so they could admire the aesthetics of our 550-acre campus. I provide information on Bishop's resources, share examples of fun events that make up students' lives like O Week or Winterfest, or mention popular clubs, curating the tour towards the students' interests. I also answer questions as best I can. I cannot lie, both on the job or in general. I believe everything I say about Bishop's. Our small school has a lot to offer academically and socially, with over 100 programs to study in and over 100 clubs, teams, or student organizations to get involved with. However, we are also far from perfect. In just the past 2 years, we have faced several scandals involving racism and sexual assault, and we have endured a pandemic that has severely stunted the opportunities that Bishop's promised to offer its students. To even begin considering Bishop's as the best liberal education among primarily undergraduate universities in Canada, we must also interpret what best means to ourselves as well as Bishop's. For Bishop's, best can be proven and boasted through comparison, rankings, and surveys. These are pretty good indicators of success. Bishop's has ranked highly in the past for safety, dining food, and overall student satisfaction. However, the way we measure best matters as well. As a current student at Bishop's, I believe being the best is an abstract goal that can never be reached. Being the best requires constant work, and that constant work needs to be seen and appreciated by its students. When changes are made, students should be part of that decision-making process every step of the way to show unity between student voices and administrative power. At no point can we pat ourselves on the back and call it a day, even if Bishop's did receive the highest ranking on Maclean's survey, Canada's best primarily undergraduate universities. It did not, by the way. To understand that we can never be the best, we must then continuously investigate Bishop's weaknesses. Why did we go from the 7th best undergraduate university in Canada to the 12th best in Maclean's 2021 and 2022 rankings? From my time here, I have found that one of Bishop's weaknesses is that it is spread too thin. The services I mentioned while giving tours sound great to potential students. We do have a lot of resources and opportunities to recommend here. But we have so many niche departments designed to help students, and it can be challenging to keep track of them all. And sometimes when you access them, they don't quite meet your expectations. From other students as well as my own experience, academic advisor meetings have been rather impersonal and sometimes unhelpful in the past. Student services have long wait times to receive just 30 minutes of counseling, and the second best rated dining hall in Canada left many wondering what other Canadian universities' food venues served. The complaints I mentioned before are minor, though they do still deserve attention. However, we have had much more controversy on campus that severely contradicts our standing as the best. I'm sure you remember, but when an anonymous student plastered a rape allegation on the bridge leading to Bishops in November of 2021, it inspired many victims to come forward and expose the faults and failures of our institution's security team and reporting system, which left many students without the assistance they were supposed to have. A new reporting platform has since been adopted by Bishops and the sexual assault policy revised, suggesting a community that listens. However, when a town hall meeting was hosted to address these allegations, students' questions were diverted, cut short, or received vague responses from Dr. Lyndon Anderson, Dean of Student Affairs. I personally have also heard of students who made reports since November that didn't cause any action from the administration like they should have, despite more focus on the sexual misconduct among community members. After their first year, I had many friends who decided to leave Bishops, two of whom left out of necessity. One had to transfer after developing an eating disorder from the stress of transitioning from CEGEP to university, and another dropped out mid-semester from severe anxiety and depression that made her believe she would die before completing classes. The issues I mentioned may have nothing to do with the education received at Bishops. However, mental disorders affect the way an individual views or engages with the education they receive, making it important for the university to address how they can help these individuals. These two students both used Bishop's student services for counseling, but they didn't do enough to help them. Bishop's is so focused on appearances that they fail to address the quality of its services. Instead, their master plan aims to build an aesthetically pleasing campus that can accommodate more students rather than further develop the experiences of its current students. Bishop's lowest rankings on McLean's survey this year all had to do with educational opportunities. Course instructors, administration staff, academic advisors, and experiential learning all ranked 15 and below out of 19 other universities. Students need to be offered better help than this. I do not have all the answers to fix this institution's problems, and I'm sure that I've never encountered every obstacle that Bishops has in the way of its students. That's why it's important to listen to all of us. Skip the creation of outdoor student spaces and invest more intrinsically. As a start, I believe that the student services should be better staffed with more counselors of color. I myself am not a person of color, but I can imagine it must be difficult to discuss the trauma of experiencing racism with someone who does not have the personal experience of being marginalized because of their race. In response to the sexual assault allegations, I believe that listening to students and remaining transparent regarding what can and cannot be done within the school is vital. Sexual violence is a worldwide problem, and that cannot be solved here. But it matters how we handle the issue and how capable the administration is of supporting the victim. There also needs to be more academic advisors for each program that can provide better direction. Advisors should be able to meet with students face-to-face or online and make recommendations not just of classes, but also opportunities available to help build their CV and see how their Bishop's experience can be improved. Personalization is key to helping a student feel seen and validated, and in a small school like Bishop's, where we are told that we are not just a number, that should be a priority. There are so many services offered to different students that it is difficult to even know what is available or how to look for them. The abundance of emails students receive a day is overwhelming and makes it easy to accidentally tune out important information. Having more knowledgeable and dedicated academic advisors would help students navigate their university experience more fluidly and feel seen by the community. Thank you for your time and your patience. I hope you will consider my recommendations.